Okay, so in the second match of the day at the World Cup, unfortunately I did miss the majority of England-Iran. I know the final score was 6-2, and that was a fantastic game. The Senegal-Netherlands game, it was the last few minutes where both goals were scored, and that's where the game really, truly comes to life. It wasn't the best game. Um, First half, I think, was better in quality overall than the second half. Both sides look exceptionally good in attack in the sense of the build-up play, but not the final end product. And both sides looked exceptionally open defensively. They turn over the ball a lot. So I think Ecuador, ironically, look now very likely to actually upset both Senegal and the Netherlands. I honestly believe that. I think Ecuador could be the dark horses of Group A. The Senegalese. Yes, Sadio Mane is missing, and that's a key loss because not only is he a great attacking player and a great defensive forward as well, with how he presses the ball, he's a leader. And they looked a little bit lost without his leadership, and he leads by example, so other players follow. The Netherlands, sloppy in possession at times, a lot of misplaced passes, a lot of forced play, scrappy play. The second half, I actually started falling asleep in the second half. It was one of those games that you thought was going to drift aimlessly. There was a lack of intensity. Yes, there was a lengthy injury delay, which added 8 minutes to the second half to a Senegalese player. But there was a lack of intensity and focus. And then the goals come. Now, Cody Gakpo's goal, he's been pushed further forward with a tactical change by Louis van Gaal, and Frankie de Jong, who had a mixed game. I will say that. He was sloppy in possession at times, a few misplaced passes, a few poor passes, some poor pass selection choices. But the cross for that and the header, we've seen some brilliant headed goals so far in this tournament. Obviously, last night with Enner Valencia with his second goal was a fantastic header from a brilliant cross. Cody Gakpo's goal, I think, is a better header. What is interesting is Edouard Mendy has had a nightmare there with being beaten to the ball, a bit slow off his line, but also not a single Senegalese player follows Gakpo's run. They're a little bit stationary defensively. No one's picking up that run. Coming into the box, the header's brilliant. That was on 84 minutes, and before this, the game is petering out. It's lost direction. There's definitely a lack of intensity by both sides, some sloppy play, and then the game comes to life. Before then, the game was scrappy, and I do think that Ecuador could actually in the next. When both these sides play Ecuador, I think Ecuador could fancy their chances to win all three games in the group because the way Ecuador plays, they press as a team. In this game, it was scrappy play because misplaced passes, individual press, scrappy challenges, a lot of niggly fouls, a lot of free kicks. But then the Klassen goal, Edouard Mendy's had a shocker there with the rebound, but it's quick, get it out of feet and move it quickly. But Mendy should do better, and Mendy is a better goalkeeper than that. He's shown that for Chelsea, he's shown that for Senegal in the Africa Cup of Nations. Edouard Mendy is a much better goalkeeper than that, and yes, you could blame him a little bit for the first goal for his speed off the line, but I think you can blame the whole Senegalese team for shutting down completely and being too stationary in defence, not picking up the run. But the second goal, that is he needs, if he's going to be a rebound, you push it away from danger, not into Klassen, who that's good follow up play, that's good second phase follow up play, and it was that last 10 minutes where the best action in the match takes place. Before then, yes, the first half was high energy, I will give it that. And both sides, you could see what they wanted to do. They're playing their way into the game. The second half, they lose the focus, they lose the intensity. But yeah, I think both these sides are vulnerable to Ecuador. I don't think Qatar will challenge these two teams, if I'm being honest, on yesterday's performance. And I think whoever wins the England, Wales, USA group, and whoever comes second, it doesn't matter who wins or comes second, in my opinion. We'll have to see how the Welsh and the Americans do in the final game this evening. But whoever comes first or second in that group, the two teams that qualify, I think will actually fancy their chances, especially the winners of the group. If this is going to be a tight group, they will want to avoid Ecuador and play one of these sides because they don't look perfect with possession. And looking at how England, I caught bits of the England game, they were brilliant in possession. They were ruthless in possession. These sides weren't ruthless in possession. They were very sloppy in possession. So much improvement required by both sides. Senegal, that is a poor showing. But until the 84th minute, you're thinking this could be the first goalless draw of the tournament of just 3 games. It was petering out. The intensity had gone. I think the injury had a part to play in that in the midway through the second half. Taking a bit of a sting out of the game. But neither side really got going in the second half until right at the end. The Dutch it was a great cross by De Jong, who up until that point his final ball hadn't been perfect. The one perfect cross he puts in and the one perfect run by Gakpo is a brilliant goal. One of the best goals of the tournament so far. Even though England had a hatful today, and Klaassen, that's just good. Again, as I say, good second phase follow-up play, putting pressure on the defender and the keeper. The keeper makes an error. Edouard Mendy's had a poor game, and the Dutch, I think, have got a bit lucky to get 2 goals. I will say that, but if they can turn that last 10 minutes of the game, 10, 12 minutes of the game into a 90-minute performance, then yes, the Dutch have something to build upon, and they do have something to build upon, but I don't think Van Gaal will be happy with the performance. Aliou Cisse will be very, very upset with his performance of the Senegalese team. So there we go. The Netherlands off the mark and tied at the top of Group A with Ecuador on 3 points. So that's going to be interesting. That's a very important must-win game now to see who's actually going to top the group, basically. That is a must-win game. In the second game in this group between Ecuador and the Netherlands, that is going to be a crunch match, and that could be very, very tasty. And I think Ecuador could upset the Dutch because they put in a much better performance against Qatar as a team, and they eased up on Qatar. They could have put 6 or 7 past them, and they look very, very good. With their passing combinations, this Dutch side look a bit vulnerable. They do. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.